And welcome to our podcast. Welcome to the 400th podcast. Mike?
Welcome to the 400th episode of Welcome to the Podcast.
It's welcome to our podcast.
One second, I can get it. Welcome. No. Welcome, everyone. Is this one good? To the 400th episode of Welcome to a Podcast.
And we're changing the name to the podcast.
We're changing the name to Welcome to a Podcast. And we waited. We knew we wanted to change it somewhere around episode 8. And we waited and we made a promise to ourselves. We said, on the 400th episode, then we'll tell them. We'll tell them about the name change.
That didn't happen.
Thank you all for joining us once again for the 400th time. Thank you, Zoja.
Thank you, Michael.
For having 400 conversations with me. Only. Zoja, and this is the episode where we kind of take away the facade. And we talk about the secrets behind the dark side of the podcast.
Of the moon.
Zoja.
Yes.
It was a great album by B-52s where they all show their butts.
Yes.
Zoja refuses to speak to me outside of the podcast.
That's not true.
So this marks our 400th episode. That's why we get everything out that we want to say in the apartment here. And so I will say, Zoja, you parked too close to me last night. And that is an example of a short conversation that we could have outside of this podcast if we did speak. But because we don't get along that well, and we only speak for about an hour, an hour and a half a week.
We get along great.
Yeah. I was just, you know what it is? It's me trying to compensate for, this is our 400th episode, and I don't have anything special. I didn't buy any papiers. This is just this is what it is. I have things I want to talk to you about.
I would have been annoyed if there were poppers here.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Because I got a rug for this room.
Yeah.
And it's actually coming like today.
So why can't we have morning papiers?
Because then there would be papier stuff all over the place.
I clean it up.
Okay.
Can I bring out the papiers?
No.
I bought a whole bag of them.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
Okay.
Okay.
No papiers.
No papiers.
Thank you, Zoja.
Thank you, Mike.
Do you have any fond memories when you look back at 400 episodes of this pod? 400
I can't believe that it's been 400 times that we've done this.
It makes me
think
think
more than that,
we
but
accidentally skipped several hundred. But you're right.
Yeah.
It's even more.
Yeah.
I wonder at what episode Welcome to the Podcast stopped.
Mm-hmm. But I also think that this is episode 402 because I think this year alone I've messed up 2 of what episodes they are.
So there's no real reason to celebrate is what you're saying.
No, there is. There is. Technically, this is the 400th episode because that's what it's going up as. Going up as.
That's what it's more about the title.
Yes.
Listen, did you know?
No.
Man, this is terrible. I went on one of those This Day in Pop Culture websites. Mm-hmm. And I got to tell you, this one's bad.
Okay, what is it?
Because I did August 9th. What has happened this day in pop culture? 2009, Shark Tank debuts on ABC.
Okay.
Where everyone is the same height except for Mark Cuban.
Okay.
And I've seen 2 episodes of that show, and people seem hornier about it. It's still on the air after 2009 episodes.
That's pretty good.
So congratulations.
Thank you.
1939, Jesse Owens wins his 4th medal. Mm-hmm. I wasn't there.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Jesse Owens. Big shout out. A little late. Sorry for the delay on that. 1930, Betty Boop was born. A cartoon character was born
Yes.
19 to 30 years ago today.
Nice.
And then they have a bunch of birthdays, and then that's it.
That's it.
Those
Whose
3
birthday?
things happened. Why don't you guess?
I have no idea.
Guess which celebrities' birthdays are today.
The Hulk.
The Hulk?
Yes.
The cartoon character?
Yes.
No, the only cartoon character
Is
born
Betty
today
Boop.
was Bedrick Boop.
Bedrick. Bethenford.
Bethford Boop. Dude! Whitney Houston was born today in 1963.
Oh, R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Yes.
Well, you didn't have to bring it right there. You could have shared a fond memory first. And then I used to think Whitney Houston was my aunt for some reason. Did I ever tell you that?
No.
Yeah. I used to think that Whitney Houston and my Aunt Karen were the same person.
Oh my God, that is so funny.
Isn't that something? Maybe it was a voice thing.
Maybe.
My Aunt Karen doesn't really have a good singing voice that I remember. Or
I
know
can't
of.
wait to text her later and be like, Mike told me.
She knew.
Yeah.
She knows. I also used to think that she was Steven Tyler for a while. So, and that's what it's like to grow up dyslexic.
Yes.
Dude. So, somebody sent me a video.
Uh-huh.
Maddie sent me a video.
Okay.
Fucking shit, dude. How do I get to my fucking shit?
I don't
my
know.
This is literally my only every day.
Every day.
I'm like, how do I get to the shit?
How do you get to...
I should have shit saved. Anyway, what I'm saying is, here's what I'm saying. I was sent an article, TikTok, about an article that talks about how dyslexic people, they, you know, in the 80s, there was a big boom of people being diagnosed with backwards words. And what we did for years is we focused on how they couldn't read the same way as everybody else or problem solve the same way as everybody else.
Okay.
And it was a hindrance and a disability, right? So now what they're finding through tests are that dyslexic people have a different, they're more susceptible to being creative. They're more, they have a tendency to be more creative than a regular thinking person.
Because they have to figure shit out.
And that was my first thought.
Yeah.
It's because we always had to figure out what the fuck everyone is trying to say to us.
And through text.
Through text.
Yes.
You ever text with a dyslexic?
Yes, every day.
Every day.
Every day.
When was the last time
Every day.
I spelled everything in a text right? That was more than like a 2-3 word text.
You do that quite often, actually, because you reread
Sometimes.
and make sure. You're pretty good about that.
You know who gets the most amount of misspelled words?
Your mom.
Your mom. The
Okay.
fuck? The hell was that all about?
Was I right?
No.
Who?
Because my
Jimmy.
mom would be the most disappointed. Any comedian where speed is valued over the exact context. Because it's more about timing than, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you have all these factors. What if the internet is down? What if there's a traffic jam on the information superhighway? And you got to get your idea out there fast.
Yeah, get her.
And there's no time for second guessing or
Yes.
making the robot read it.
Yeah.
You
Speaking.
just send it off.
Yeah.
What?
Speaking of second guessing, Jamie and I were talking about how often her clients mispronounce my name.
Is that right?
Yes.
What do you think if you had 10 people, 10 of her clients come in? What's the ratio? How many people out of 10 don't know really what your name
I'd
is?
say at least 3. You know?
30%.
Yeah.
30% of Jamie's clients don't know what your name is.
Yeah. And I wrote down a couple of them.
Okay.
Well, a lot of the time it's like, hey, so.
Dude, the fadeaway is great.
Yeah.
The fadeaway is great, and the stumble through.
Yeah. Hey, have a good day. It was so great to see you. So.
Have a great to see you, Zoja.
Yeah.
And a great time.
But Zoila is
Zoila.
apparently that is like people's go-to.
Yeah.
That's like number one. And I'm like, where the hell? Where?
Yeah.
Where
Zoe.
did that come from?
Is Zoe on there?
Zoe's on there. Zoha.
Zoha.
Zoe.
Because they know how it's spelled, they just don't know how it's saved.
Zo. Just Zio.
Yeah.
Zone or Zona. Yeah.
Zona?
Yep. And Zane.
Zane.
Yes.
That girl's name is Zane. Come on.
Yeah. It's pretty great.
Zane?
Zoe.
Zane is guy's name.
Yeah.
Zane is like a rich guy's name.
Yeah.
I know one Zane. He's not rich. So there goes that.
Yep.
But
Debunked.
Zane.
Yep.
You don't look like a Zane. Mm-mm. Zanes have mustaches, in my
Zona,
experience.
it's so good to see you, Zona.
Sonia. And hi
How's
are
everything?
you?
Yeah. How's everything?
That's fun. Is there
Zoha.
any... You ever hear somebody mispronounce your shit and you wish it was that one instead of yours?
No.
Yeah, Zoe is a good name.
Yeah.
I have friends that try to be polite.
Yeah.
Or they see you on clips of the podcast
Mm-hmm.
and they'll say, how goes Zonia?
Yes.
How's Zoe? You and Zoe.
How's Zoila?
Zoj.
Yeah. Oh, that's another one, Zoj.
Zoj.
So one of the trainers at the gym that I go to, he started following me on Instagram.
Yes.
And I don't think he really knew my name prior to that because of Jamie.
That's a good way to find out.
And so every time I see him now, he's like, Zoj. And I'm just like, okay. I'm like, you do know that my name is actually Zoya, right? And it's just Zoe.
Yeah.
And he's like,
No.
yeah.
No.
Yeah, no. It's good. It's good.
I don't.
No.
I don't know it.
Yeah.
Dude, I also don't know anybody's name.
Oh, I'm terrible with names. It takes me a long time to remember like my clients' names. Like it takes me like 4 visits.
We meet too many
At
people.
least. Yeah.
I think people who meet a lot of people who memorize everyone's names are more susceptible to being more likely to be a psychopath. Mm-hmm. You're memorizing everybody's name like a doctor or something who knows everybody's name, no matter what all the patients.
No, doctors don't know everybody's name.
They're just checking Faliers.
Yeah, they just see their chart, and that's when they're like, "Okay, Mike, how's it going today? What's new? What are we in for?"
The doctor always knows my name when he's looking at a manila folder.
Yeah.
I think that everyone should have name tags at all times, especially your friends' kids. If you have a kid, that kid should have a name tag on it only when it's around friends and family. Don't send your kid out in the world with a name tag, because then vans show up and they're like, "Hi, Kenneth," and that's no good. But whenever your kid is around me, have a name tag on it. You don't have to pin it on. It could be a sticker.
Yeah.
Let's be safe. But I think it would help out a lot.
I love when my clients have kids, and they're like, "We named him Bartholomew,"
Briley.
and then the next time I'm like, "Hey, how's that beautiful baby?
How's that baby?
How's that baby?"
See, that's the risk you run when you want to get fancy with the names. Don't get fancy with the names, because no one's going to memorize that shit. That kid's going to be 47 before I'm like, there's Kenneth.
Correct.
There's Kernyan. There he
There's
is. God, it's a little slow at the bar. I can't wait till Kernyan is here. Kernyan Smith.
Yeah.
Shut up, Siri. Why is that the thing that sets her off? Was it the watch?
Maybe.
Man, they're listening, huh? Anyway, I love America. Okay.
Here's some information.
See? I don't know what to do with that.
What is the information she gave you?
She just sent me an American flag.
I love it.
Stop listening forever. No response. Kim Yarnian would know what to do.
Yes.
Congratulations on 400 conversations with me. How'd you sleep last night?
I slept pretty good.
let's cue the music for the new segment, How'd You Sleep?
So at around 4 o'clock in the morning, I wake up and Mike is snoring beyond snoring.
Stop it. Let's be fair.
No. It
No?
was so bad that I kept like I would snuggle you to like get you to stop. And then every single time you would start again, I would like move my fingers into your side so that you would stop again.
So you're the one waking me up.
No. You woke me up. So if I'm up, you're up, fucker.
That's not how it works. That's not how it works, man.
It can. And it should.
It can, but that doesn't mean it's the right thing, does it? Does you?
Does you?
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I was sleeping. My bad.
I can't wait to use that on you. How did you sleep, Mike?
Terrible. Terribly. Mm-hmm. I slept terribly. I want
sorry.
you to know that. And
I was
because
having
I had a
weird
dream
dreams.
that somebody kept poking me in the side with their fingers.
I had weird dreams last night, too. I can't remember what they were, but I remember waking up and being like, what in the actual fuck?
Jesus Christ Superstar opened up on this day in 1972. So I got all fucked up because I don't, first of all, I'm sorry for keeping you up
That's
with
okay.
my nose and mouth.
It's okay.
You never complained about it before.
You snore.
So I woke up somewhere around 3:30 in the morning
Okay.
to a fight that someone was having on the telephone because I had only heard one side of it. And it was like, you can't fucking put your name on somebody else's script and sell the script. I'm coming after everything.
Oh, it was the guy upstairs.
Yeah. And it woke me up and I heard a couple sentences very clearly. And then I was fully awake and I heard none of it.
Uh-huh.
None of it. So up until this moment, I'm like, was it real? Or was it Dreamnasium?
Ooh. I don't know. I know that the guy upstairs, he's got like a couple things.
Couple
like,
irons in the fire. And one of them just got took.
Ooh.
And man, you'd love to hear both sides of the story.
Yeah.
But sometimes you don't always get that.
No.
Jive Talkin' came out. It hit number 1 in 1975. So, yeah.
Damn.
So that kept me up nice. And then I guess after that, I must have fell asleep. And you didn't like that. And then you jabbed me in the side.
No, I lightly
Not
tapped
unlike
your
Jesus on the
side.
cross.
No,
if we
what I
remember that
do
old
is I
story, which
lightly
happened
tap.
2,022 years ago today in Israel. Ish. Bethlehem.
Maybe.
In the surrounding, within 5 miles of Bethlehem. Right?
It's gotta be.
Man, I wish there was a priest here so we could fact check. But yeah, I'm sorry I was snoring, but I was desperately trying to get to sleep.
That's okay.
You know, is it the
I get
8th or
it.
the 9th?
Today's a 9.
I just want to make sure I'm getting historical facts on the right day.
Yes. Speaking of historical facts,
Uh-huh.
you might be wondering how you got here. Has a heart-stopping adventure, award-winning sound design, and kick-ass music.
Now, what is
you know that?
Sorry, what is it?
Check out You Might Be Wondering How You Got Here, a sound design Dungeons and Dragons podcast in the modern day.
That's great.
Join us each week as we try to get sued for using characters such as Michael Mouse, Jeffrey Bezos,
Trying to get sued or trying not to get sued?
trying not to get sued.
Huh.
Did I not say that?
That's not what I heard, but that doesn't mean it's right. I'm dyslexic.
Apparently, so am I. On unidirectional, featuring Harry Smiles, Melon Rusk. Rate the show on iTunes. Rate the show 5 stars on iTunes and share the show using hashtag YMBW to get a character named after you in the show.
That's great.
Their current campaign, SWAT, the Society of Weird and Terrifying, is on its second season. So if you want to keep up with the action, just listen to season 2, episode 0, Context, for all the information you'll need to hop right in. Check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Patreon, or wherever you get your podcasts. Instead of hashtag fuck you Tyler, let's have a hashtag thank you Roby for your newest addition to the team.
Thank you, Zoya.
Thank you.
And one more time for the people in the back.
Oh.
On this day in history, Gerald Ford becomes the president after Richard Nixon resigns. Isn't that something else?
That's pretty crazy.
And that is yesterday in 2022, former President Johnny Trump got his home raided by the FBI, which historically never a good sign. If the FBI is in your house, you gotta hope they don't find a mouse. That's what it says here. FBI found a mouse in a house in 1984.
So Watergate.
Watergays, which are when they're all at a pool in Las Vegas.
Pretty
So
good.
we have a dentist appointment today. How you feeling about that?
I feel good. I have an issue.
Is that right? Was
I
your
think I might
smile too
have
pretty?
That's very cute.
Thank you. Can the dentist fix that?
I think I have a cavity.
Oh no.
I think it's back here.
What are you feeling?
But then I think I chipped my tooth, my molar back here.
Damn.
And it's been a little bit sharp.
So you got a real yuck mouth situation happening.
Okay.
What'd you chip your tooth on?
I'm not sure. Honestly, I think it was the last time I was there and they were doing the x-rays and the lady had me bite down and I bit down weird.
I'm not supposed to bite down that hard.
Well, I told her, I think it was just the way the thing was.
If the dentist, your horse, if the dentist chips your tooth, what do you get from that?
I said to her, I was like, I think I might have chipped my tooth on that.
She said, nah.
She's like, it doesn't look like it. And I was like, okay.
Did she go like this? No.
No, I find it weird to like sit there and like stare. Well,
In
I
her eyes?
normally close my eyes when I'm getting my teeth cleaned
Yeah.
because there's no point in me just staring unless she's like talking to me.
You don't watch the TV?
Not really.
Why?
I don't know.
The Office is always on. It's crazy. No. This is crazy to me because
Yeah.
growing up, it was just he was awesome to talk to, and I could listen to him talk forever. Dr. Taylor, shout out 2 times. I think he recently retired. He was the shit.
Yeah.
Very cool. Even if he was telling you something that you didn't want to hear,
Yeah.
he was so cool and so nice. Big Giants fan. Him and my dad loved each other very much. Is the whole family's doctor, dentist, mouth doctor.
Yeah.
And he graduated from dental school this day in 1981. Graduated on August 9th.
No.
8th. 9th.
No one's graduating August 9th.
So anyway, I never had a television to watch ever. That's very new. I didn't have that until I was deep in my 30s when we moved out here and we got this new dentist. So she moves the thing over. She's like, what do you want to watch on TV? They have like YouTube Red or something like that. And I said, put on my channel. And I said, start at video number 1 and I'm not leaving this chair until we're caught up.
That's terrible.
And she said no. And she said, what about The Office? And then I watched The Office.
Last time I was in there, the news was playing, and then I finally like looked up at her, and I was like, Because she was like deep
Get it
in.
off.
Yeah.
Get it.
I was
Get
like,
it
can we
off."
turn the news off? And she's like, I wasn't even paying any attention. She's like, yes, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, they don't care what's on. They're
Yeah.
busy. They're
Yeah.
inside you.
Yeah.
Dude, and funny that you should say last time we were at the dentist was a year ago today. Man, did that FaceTime call really step on the punchline of that one.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Who's calling?
Mary?
Mary.
Mary's FaceTiming me.
And do you want to pick it up? It's 400th episode.
I mean, kind of. The baby's probably right there.
Yeah, we could have a baby on the show.
Hey, we're podcasting
On a Tuesday?
on a Tuesday.
She
How
knows
are
we're
you?
late.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Do you want to say hi to everyone?
No.
All right, I'll call you back after.
Love you, Mary.
I love you.
I love you.
All right, bye. And that's my best friend, Mary, you guys.
Dude, that is the mark of what a refreshing break that is from everyone that we're in close proximity to. That's a real person right there.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to be anywhere near this podcast?
Yeah. No.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No.
That's not. That's like you, like 17 years ago.
I mean, that's still me. Very much so.
Well, it's episode 400 of
Well,
this.
okay.
We've been doing 400. That's still going. Great.
Yes.
So you're not nervous about the dentist, even though you got yuck mouth?
I don't really have yuck mouth. Okay.
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like you got old. It sounds like you got yuck mouth. I couldn't think anything to say. I'm sorry. Anyway. And everyone is sleeping. Welcome back to this year today. I'm a little nervous because I'm always a little nervous, even though I don't have, I got my first cavity when I was like 36 years old. And now every time I go, I'm like, where's it going to be this time?
Do I have a cavity?
But even getting the cavity filled wasn't the worst experience.
No, it's not. They numb
still
you
like
up. The worst part of that is the first needle that they numb you with.
That wasn't even bad. I guess it was just the not knowing what was happening and like imagining what was happening while it was happening. But the needles didn't even like. I'm like, that's the thing that's gonna make everything good. Fucking yap me up.
Yap me up.
Ever since the vaccines, I no longer care what's in the needle that's going into my body. Because I don't understand it, but I trust it if it's coming from someone with a mask and a diploma. I don't care where that diploma is from. Could be Clown College University.
You clowning around
You
university.
could inject confetti into my heart, and I'd be like, it's on the wall. It says,
Doctor says.
Doctor
It's good
says,
for me.
Dr. Honky says it's okay.
Dr. Red Nose.
Dr. Red Nose, Patch Adams. Anyway, Zoe,
Anyway, Mike.
those things were really all that I had. Do you have anything to talk to
I
me
mean, I never gave a shit really to go to the dentist. I used to go to the dentist with Mary. Funny enough, Mary's terrified of the dentist. Her cousin's a dentist. So I used to go with her and she'd be like sweaty palms, like just, she would be like dripping sweat from her palms like
Knees
every time.
weak,
And I'm like, it's
arms
your
spaghetti.
cousin, bro. Like
Yeah.
chill out.
Yeah.
She's like, I just hate it. So her cousin would just like shoot her up even for like
Even for cleaning?
cleanings. Yeah.
You could do that? Uh-huh. Can I get the gas for cleaning?
I don't know if I don't know about that.
Missed the spot. That's what it sounds like when they got that sucky thing in your mouth.
The sucky thing.
You know what I mean? What about if you put that thing on your Prius?
I can imagine that would hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind. I'm out. But our dentist is very nice.
She is. I like her a lot.
And we'll keep you updated next week on what's going on. Welcome to What's Going On
In Our Mouths.
Oh, we stopped that one. Oh, motherfuck.
What?
Hold on. Press it again. I don't know if it's going to pick back up.
Looks like it's picked right back up.
Okay, good. We're good. I forgot if I formatted the card or not. Anyway, someday we'll have somebody else to touch your buttons.
Someday.
Welcome back to Touching Buttons.
Touching buttons.
Let's see.
With our pencils.
Do I have anything? Enough with the Prius talk. Do I have anything else to talk to you about?
Do you have shows coming up?
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
I think this Thursday I'm doing a show called No Laughing Allowed, or I don't
That's
remember what it's called.
for comedy.
Yeah. And it's at the Comedy Store in the Belly Room. And what happens is they bring somebody up and they say, if you can last 3 1-minute rounds with these comedians that are on the show and not laugh, and then you could have a prize.
I think I'd be really good at that.
I think you'd be really good at it too until I came up. And I say something cool like, you call those glasses? I don't. Okay, let's try it now. But
Okay.
Let's start over.
All right.
You have to last 1 minute with
Okay.
me. We'll put 1 minute on the clock.
All right.
And you have to not laugh for 1 minute.
Okay.
Starting now. Hey, Zoj, what and how did the chicken cross the road to get to the other side? Okay. So 1 year ago today, I'm throwing up on the dentist, and boy, are my arms tired.
That's pretty good.
Dude,
So fucking stupid.
That took less than
That's
half the
stupid.
time.
That was stupid as fuck. You guys.
Dude, hold on. Did we just find something out? It's not all the time you discover something on the 400th episode of the podcast, 402 asterisks, but I might be the funniest person
Oh my God.
on the face of the planet.
I hate it.
Do you want to try?
No.
1 minute. 1 minute on the clock.
No.
Just say something I would have said.
I'm not doing it.
Let's do it.
I'm
Come
not
on.
funny like that. I feel like I'm not funny. Like I'm
When you try to
funny
be
by I'm funny in proximity, right? Like I'm
So what?
funny.
You're funny. You're funny very naturally is what.
Yeah, like I feel like certain people bring out my funny.
Yeah.
And
who's
it's
that?
not just sometimes you bring it out.
Mary Colin.
Yes, very much so. Jackie.
Mary fuck Colin. You ever play that?
No.
Okay.
Jackie, my sisters,
Yes.
But that's about it.
But
like
then
I
when you're
don't
sitting with me, you turn it off.
I don't need 2 clowns in a room. But I hate this
Why?
because
Just try. It's an activity.
okay. Remember that time that you were sleeping and I plugged up your nose?
Did you?
It was last night. Not even 30
Not
minutes.
even 30 seconds. You didn't really do that, did you? Do you ever
No.
get mad and plug my nose?
No, I
Use
would
2
never.
hands?
No, I would never do that.
Okay, fine. So I think if you'd like to come to that, I think that's Thursday. I'll be taking pictures at the Comedy Store tonight at Jeremiah's Stand Up on the Spot
Fun.
show. Love Jeremiah. Love that show. It's a great time all around.
All around town.
All around town, specifically at the Comedy Store.
Yes.
So I'll be there. And that's pretty much it. I was on a podcast yesterday, my friend Isaac's podcast, and I'll let you know when that comes out, you guys. But my friend Monterey, who's been helping him get guests and stuff like that, asked for my coffee order. And then as soon as I walked into the studio, they handed me the coffee that I ordered several days ago. Isn't that crazy?
That's so nice.
What's even more crazy is they picked it up when I ordered it several days ago. And it was freezing cold.
Oh, that's nice. That's really nice.
I ordered a hot coffee. And it had milk in it that was 3 days old. Is that a fart? Did you fart?
No, but
You have to tell me.
the guy upstairs is pissed off.
He is pissed. He didn't get much sleep last night. You know who didn't?
Also get much
Also,
sleep? Yeah.
your boy.
Chaboy.
Because of the difficulties that he's having, and I feel for him.
You were feeling his pain.
Yeah. I said, I can't sleep. I'm feeling your pain. And you're being loud as well.
And it's too...
It's 2:30 in the morning. Can't you be upset by
On your
this
own
around
time.
3 in the afternoon?
Yes.
What were you doing at 3 today where you weren't upset?
Yeah, how did you not find out about it until 2:30 in the morning?
Yeah. Man, when would you rather get bad news broke to you?
2:30 in the afternoon.
2:30 in the afternoon.
Afternoon.
So you'd have all afternoon to think about it, and then you have that moment,
Right.
maybe around 7-ish,
And
where
then-
you're like, well, let's put this off.
There's
Ain't
been a
nothing
couple
else gonna
times
happen
that-
tonight. What?
That curly hair upstairs, he freaks out.
I don't know that I've ever seen this man.
Yeah, you have. You know, I will tell you exactly who it is when we get off of this.
Is that the guy when I was going to throw out my trash 2 years ago today, and he kissed me on the mouth?
Maybe.
He chipped my tooth because he went in so hard. Do you remember when that happened in the garage? Hard like that?
I think at 400 episodes, Mike is telling lies.
Telling lies, telling lies.
All right. Well,
Everyone's asleep.
we definitely have to start getting ready for the dentist.
We do. We have to prepare our mouths for the dentist. We have to do the little song and dance where you floss right before you go to the dentist, and they say, ooh, you've been doing pretty good, haven't you? Psych, I know that you just flossed before you got here. But I do like to bleed out in my mouth before I go there, so it's not as apparent.
Right.
I like to go there with blood already in my mouth.
He likes blood-crusted teeth.
Like, you drink red wine for breakfast? Or did you floss for the first time a year ago today?
Yes. So next week we leave for vacation,
Yes, we certainly do. Yeah,
and I'm very excited about it.
me too. I bought vacation pants that make me look like a yogurt instructor.
A yogurt.
TCBY yogurt instructor.
TCBY, huh?
Remember that? Was that... Did they figure out that was bad for you or something?
I don't remember.
What happened to TCBY? TCBY. There was one in the Stanford Mall that I used to go to with my grandma.
Wow, what a blast from the past.
Right? We're old enough that we could remember old things now. No one else listening to this knows what the fuck we're talking about.
I went to a friend's house the other day, and
they
there
had a
was a little
TCBY.
kid
Oh.
that was telling us all about this video game. Couldn't tell you what it was called. And we kept asking him a bunch of questions about this video game.
Yeah.
And at one point, he said VHS tape. This kid's 8 years old, mind you. Sebastian was his name.
Talking about a VHS tape?
Talking about a VHS. And I was like, what's a VHS tape? And he was like, the things that you used to put in like the recorders and like whatever. And I was like, this fucking kid knows it. I was like, are you 1,000 inside? Like,
Are you do you have Benjamin Button time?
yeah, right?
Do you know what VHS stands for? If you had to guess. Came out on this day in 1976.
Video horny shit?
Video horny shit
Yeah, I don't know.
is your guess?
No, I can't remember.
Video home system. A widely
So
adopted video cassette recording VCR.
Yeah, but what happened to TCBY?
Is TCBY still around? In 1981,
Yes.
this year, this day,
In
this
age.
year in
No.
exactly This years ago today.
This many years.
In 1981, the first TCBY opened in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Home of William Jefferson, Jedediah Clinton. Now, 30 years later, we're swirling in 150 plus locations nationwide.
So it's still around.
Yes.
Where is the closest TCBY to us? Not in California.
At the time it closed, there were
They've got
117 stores, the majority of which were in California. However, at its height, the chain had more than 350 stores in the U.S. Sadly, the retailer could not survive the economic turndown of 2009, and by 2011 decided to fold.
They had a good run.
Why did they change their name? Did they change their name?
Who are they now?
Where are they now? You won't
it
believe this
Menchie's?
picture of TCBY.
Let me see. Are you in it?
No, I was just being funny. When I can't believe it's yogurt. When I can't believe it's yogurts, that's what it stands for. I can't believe it's yogurt.
TCBY stands for I can't believe. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
When
good.
the owners, it stands for Home Video Yogurt Situation. This year ago today, owners caught wind of the competitors named This Can't Be Yogurt. They rightfully thought the new kid's name was too similar to theirs for comfort. So they sued TCBY, forcing them to change their name to the one they had ever since.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah. Keep in mind, this goes back to being dyslexic, because if you tell that story backwards, it makes sense. What's up?
Why can't you just read what's on the page?
Because of my disability / superpower. If you ask me to find a black hole,
I just wanted to get you once.
You did get me once, and you did.
You guys,
I'll take it.
as you know, patreon.com is a virtual tipping and rewards website. And our $10 group gets a shout out, and that kind of goes a little something like this. I love when your clip is in my shit.
Completely in the shop, and Zoja disappears.
Matthew Carey, Shannon, DLD, Patrick Simpson, Ernesto, Raja, Eliseas, Joe Terzin, Lewis and Odette, Lauren Chauncey, Paul Gilliam, Steve Diego, Chris McCarthy, Trevor the Werefishy, Joe Penn, Happy Birthday Starlight, JJ McToots, Rachel Last Name, Mike Genie, Alan Garcia, Connie Tryon, Isabella Sparkles, Antero Baez, Frankie Matos Music. In our short years, we come long way. Okay. Chris Fernandez, Johnny Rosito Handcrafted Neckwear, CCPB&J, Admam, Emily Paget, Giant Tom Hanks, Lizzie Love, Gavin Welsh, Crossed Up, Someone Tell Aaron, Emily Buck, Jackie Hammond, Paige Junesen, Guy with Long Hair, Chris Johnson, not Johnston. Happy Birthday Chris, Anna Valles, Benjamin Putz, Beth Bush, Snuggle Pig H, Ryan Ashbrook, Christina Camille, Josh Jinston, Michael Johnson, Kayla Johnston, Jules Run, Grant Levasseur, Chad Clark, Joe Finney, Heather Ashley, What is Cat, Katie Taylor, Shane Welsh, Evan Canoe, Joe Ban, Milky Beans, Jess Enright, Lillian Carrillo, Magnus Silva, Barrington Lloyd Lovett, Benjamin Fuchs, Theodorus Carambellis, Wamba Man, Janisha Tutton, Danny Sinclair, Jacob D. Bradford, Justine Beebestein, Just Josh, Sergeant Sparty, Ed Birch, Helen Ford, Illuminos, Superfloss, Tatiana Clay, Danielle Di Verona, John Robinson, Sean Stone, Valerie York, Dev, Jesse Stillwell, Katie Lee G, Rob Devereux, Don Go Chasing Waterfalls, Nestor De Leon III, Luis Hernandez, Alexander Legowski, Monique Quistorf, Jamie Garner, Troy R., Cody Ostalas, Felicia Shimberry, and Matthew J. Palka. You guys, thank you so much for listening. This has been the 400th episode. We love you, and we hope you have a great day.
400. Stay tuned for the 500th episode 1 year from today.